Are you tired of hitting roadblocks in your dating life? Join me for a free masterclass where I'll be revealing the 3 nice guy dating patterns that turn women off and what you should be doing instead. Unlock the secrets to creating genuine attraction. Click the link in the description to sign up now. So I just answered the commenter's question about women's interest level raising to get attention, yada, yada, yada. So I want to talk about the fact that women's interest level changes and rises differently than men's do. Because I think, men go on a date or two, and after that first date, honestly, we're ready to jump their bones, we're horny, we're ready to get with them, whatever, all this stuff, right? And I've been telling you guys forever in a day, women's interest doesn't quite work like that. Like, women typically take a bit more time because they can go on a first date with you and have a perfectly lovely time, might even make out with you, might even go to bed with you that first night. But really, that first date isn't going to give her the full read for her emotions on if she really feels you as a viable partner. And I think sometimes men get upset by that. So I saw this comment on Reddit that somebody left. And so her comment's important, but what's more important is there's a comment in the comment section that I think really gives a better idea for you guys about how it is that women view attraction and how it builds for them, right? So let's get into this woman's comment. So this woman says, she's 24 and she's worried about leading a 26-year-old guy on, right? She says, I've gone on one date with this guy and it went very well. We started talking a little over a week ago, and you can tell from the part of Reddit, they met on Hinge and went on a date exactly 1 week ago. The date went very well, but honestly, he's not my usual type. Pause. Now, most of you guys would hear if a woman said to you, well, you're not my usual type, you'd be freaked out. Oh my God, does this mean she's going to leave me? Does she not actually like me? Is she going to use me? Yada, yada, yada. Sometimes women will just say stuff because they're just thinking they're thinking thoughts and thinking feelings, and they're thinking that I need to get this out somehow. And we're thinking it means a cataclysmic thing. Whereas for her, it could just be an observation. You're not the usual guy that I date, because it's true. If you're like a 5'6" guy and she's used to dating 6'2" ball players, you're not her regular type. But for guys, it sucks when we hear that, we start attaching, well, does this mean she doesn't like me? What's going on? And so she's not saying that here. Right now, she's just saying, he's not my usual type. Pause. So I don't know what this means for my feelings yet, right? So then she says, and I haven't decided yet if I would actually be interested in dating him. I did get a little tipsy on our date and definitely enjoyed myself. So we don't know if that means that she hooked up with them, they made out, whatever, but she's enjoyed herself on this date with the drinks that she had, whatever, right? But I would like to go on another date to confirm that I actually like him, because he seems very interested, and I'm worried about giving him the wrong idea if I don't end up having the same feelings. So what do I tell you guys all the time about this is why you as the guy should not be overly wordy or overly displaying of your feelings early on in the dating process, because what happens is the exact thing this girl's saying. He seems very interested, which means his interest level's up here, and if I don't have the same feelings yet after one date, because he's already showing it's up here and mine's only kind of here, but he has more. So if I don't show that same thing, then I'm giving him the wrong idea. So this is why you need to be more even keel on a date. You should not be thinking, I have all these feelings right away, I need to tell all my feelings and show all this stuff. Like, no, you're asking him a date. So you start off, she already knows on some level you like her because you asked her on a date. But you doing extra on these dates is going to make women think, man, he likes me so much, but I'm not there. And so I don't think it's going to be fair if I keep dating him. And some of you guys have lost women simply because you showed so much interest that a woman that would have built up the interest that she needs to fall in love with you, instead she's like, oh, he's already there. I don't want to be fair because I'm a nice woman. I don't want to drag him on like other girls probably did. So I'm out. So be mindful of that, guys. You can feel all things you want to. You can say anything you want on these dates, but are they helping you get the women you want? If not, consider an alternative to what you're doing now, right? So then she says, is it wrong to go on another date if I'm not sure about him? So many people commented in the comment section. I commented myself. I said basically you should go on like 2 or 3 dates. Like, you don't have a lot of feelings for him, that's fine. That should be happening. But I when I was reading through the comments, I saw a woman leave a comment that I thought was actually very, very helpful and very on point. And I want you guys to get the insight. So scroll down here. And she says this. Share shorts on the screen here. Okay, great. So she says the following. She says, I generally feel one of 3 initial reactions on first dates. Reaction number 1, I'm very attracted to this person, meaning I want to kiss them. Number 2, I'm not attracted to this person. The thought of kissing them is highly unappealing. Or number 3, I'm not attracted to this person. I would be okay kissing them. She says, and this is important, guys, I very rarely feel the first reaction, which is I'm very attracted to this person. And in the times when I have, the dates have never gone anywhere anyway. So what's she saying? All you guys that are like, I'm falling in love after 1 or 2 dates. Why isn't she there? This is what she's saying. More often than not, she's not going to feel that immediate, like, yes, this is my person on that first date. It can happen, but as she said, it is a rarity. So you guys cannot expect after 1 or 2 dates for her to already be there in her feelings. She may need more time. She says, if I feel the second reaction, I don't go on a second date, which is the I'm not attracted to this person feeling. Some people will say that attraction can grow, but I've tried in the past and there needs to be a seed for the attraction to grow from. So what is she saying? She doesn't have to have a full-on like for you after that first date, but she needs to be able to feel something that's like, this could possibly be a thing. And that's all we're asking for, okay? So if you guys are thinking she needs to be head over heels in love by the end of the first or second date, spoiler, the majority of women are not going to move that way. And then she says, all of my successful relationships have evolved from dates that have started with the third feeling, which again is I'm not attracted to this person. I would be okay kissing them. So this is why, guys, sometimes on that first date, you're thinking you don't have a shot. And then by the end of it, she's like willing to kiss you. It doesn't mean that she has a full-on attraction. It does mean, though, that she's not attracted, and she has at least enough of good vibes with you to be willing to kiss you. But again, don't assume that means she has full-on feelings for you just because you got to kiss or hook up out of it, okay? Anyway, she says, in those scenarios, as I've gotten to know the person, the attraction has grown. I'm no supermodel. Most women aren't. And the folks I date are fairly average looking. Most people are. But as long as I'm not attracted, there's room for physical affection. So why do I point this out? Because again, I answered the thing earlier about, well, women, you know, if should I be judging women if like they're liking me because other women like me and blah, 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 blah. Well, the news is, again, the way in which attraction works for women is different, drastically different from how it works for men. So sometimes, yeah, a woman might need to feel as though other women can get you to realize, oh, so if he chooses me, that's actually a great thing. Sometimes a woman will go on a date and in the end, it's like, well, I mean, he's fine for now, so I give it another shot. And that's not the answer or feeling most guys want. Most guys want to think, at the end of the day, I knocked out of the park and she had full-on feelings. Spoiler, that's probably more often than not going to happen. But that's not a bad thing. Women take 2 to 3 months to solidify their feelings. They're doing their due diligence. They have a variety of questions they need to have answered in their head. They need to see consistency from you and build up an established thing of trust. So on those first few dates, all we care about is when you ask her out, does she say yes? And does she seem to be having an overall good time with you? Okay. If those things are happening, then you being worried about, but her like for me needs to be at like 75% or 80% right now. Let it build. Assume every woman that you go on a date with starts at a 51% interest and that your goal is to get to 3 months. And in that 3 months time, your goal is to build it up to at least 85% interest, right? So give yourself that time. By month 1, by the end of month 1, she might be at like a 72% interest. By the end of that second month, she might be at like 79%. All right. But don't think it's going to go from 0 or 50% interest to like 80 after 1 or 2 dates. It can happen, but it's a rarity. You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class